Hello, my name is Mary Boland and I'm going to read an extract from Bridget. In the streetcar, Julia strains forward on the seat, a broad foot planted in the aisle, her top teeth crowding ahead impatiently. It's already past 8, so the traffic is heavy. New York City reminds Julia of her mother, always pushing ahead with an eye on the dollar, even with the war on. The sky, a raggedy yellow-grey, hangs low over the steeples and rooftops. The air that enters the open sides of the car is a hot city breeze, carrying with it dust and the tang of dung and straw, but no relief, not one breath. Even in her lightest cotton dress, she feels a dampness creeping around her ribs. The apron, stuffed into a pocket in the skirt, is lumpish and heavy. Perspiration erupts in pinpricks on her scalp and rolls past the line of her hat. It's another nuisance, this American weather, she thinks, blinking away a stinging droplet. She'll be boiled alive by the time she gets to the bank, boiled and covered in dust, like one of Cook's cinnamon crullers. In her last letter to Gabriel, she had enclosed her likeness, but after posting it had worried it made her appear even plainer. The photographer had said it was the best he could do. She wishes now that she'd waited and paid the extra 15 cents at the fancy studio over on Broadway. She twists a knuckle into each eye, the calloused skin scratching her lids. A military man reading a newspaper farther up the car repeatedly raises a ripped sleeve to wipe the side of his face, each time unsettling and righting his battered felt hat, each time blocking Julia's view of the avenue ahead. She tuts and sighs, tilting as he moves. Everywhere you go, she thinks, this foolish war gets in the way. Any day now, people keep saying, it's coming to an end. But that news doesn't seem to have reached the president. He's making men join up, like it or not. For more than 2 years now, it's been dragging on. In his first letter, Gabriel had joked that Julia must have been the cause of it. After all, hadn't the fighting started only days after she'd arrived in April 1861? Always the joker, Gabriel. On her next birthday, Julia will be 30. The time for joking is long past. A stocky, red-faced woman sitting opposite is fanning herself sullenly with an envelope, staring at Julia the way foreigners do. Julia returns the hard gaze, her head tilted in defiance, then shrugs and squints into the distance, beyond the newspaper and the driver's broad back, past the horses' steaming rumps, beyond the glinting rails that stretch downtown. $20 would bring the total in her savings account to $22.45. Add to that, starting from Thursday and every payday thereafter, her entire wages of $2.95. From now on, every single penny stays in America. Then there's the $12 under the floorboard below her bed. Julia has never believed all the Emigrant Society says about the bank being the safest place for her money. A long breath rises up in her. Only yesterday the thought of saving up a small fortune to spend as she wished would have had her scouring the displays at Stuart's Iron Palace and telling one of those conceited shopgirls that she'd like to buy a length of satin or taffeta, and opening out onto the glass-topped counter the latest edition of Madame de Maurist's Mirror of Fashions, pointing to one of the sketches. Now the good in it is gone.